When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that which I delighted not. Interesting prophecy there in Isaiah 66. What could he be possibly talking about? Well, the Messiah came, the King of the Jews came, and said this, "But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice. For I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." Okay, so Messiah said, go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. The way you're supposed to read the Bible is you stop there and you listen to your king and you go figure out what he's quoting and you learn what that means. It doesn't take long. We're living in the days of knowledge, says Daniel. So you just punch that into your computer and you find Hosea 6:6. I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. So I'll read that again. Messiah says, "But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice." Hosea 6:6. For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. Wow. So we know he doesn't want these burnt offerings. He would rather that we know God. Because the time's coming when everyone knows God, so you don't need to teach people to know God. That's Jeremiah 31 in the New Covenant, but we're not there yet. This is a very important thing to God, a very important thing to his Messiah. So you better go figure out what this mercy is, because your Messiah is desiring it. So you want to please the King of the Jews? Judah, you want to please your king? You better go figure out what this mercy is, and you better give it to him. Deuteronomy 7:9. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. That means forever. How long's a generation? 70 years. By reason of strength, it'd be 80. Okay, so mercy clearly has something to do with the covenant. God will keep, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments. You will have his mercy if you keep in covenant. He desires mercy, not sacrifice. Oh, wow. And the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. So what it means is I desired covenant, not sacrificial law. I desired covenants of promise, not sacrificial law. I desired the 10 Commandments, not sacrificial law, which was added because of transgression. Galatians 3:19. So why don't you listen to your king and choose that which he does delight in, not that which he delighteth not? Even in Matthew 9:13 rather, just after that, the next verse. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not? And Yeshua said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn, as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then they shall fast. He doesn't want you doing his feasts in captivity. The feasts are a blessing. The feasts are a joy. This is a time of mourning, lamentation, and woe. He desires mercy and not sacrifice. That's why he says in Luke 16, quickly write a check for half. And you tell people to do that, and you're wiser than the children of light. Wow, that's such a calling, right? He doesn't want you celebrating. You're in captivity. This wicked nation is being punished for their transgression. Why go off and have a party? He magnified the law. Love your neighbor as yourself. He's quoting Leviticus 19, 17, and 18, which means to rebuke sin. Teach others to quickly keep the covenants of promise from Ephesians 2, not to do the feasts. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. It's not hard to understand. We're in a time of mourning, lamentation, and woe. We're not in the land. We're not in the place where he's put his name. The calendar is lost. Matter of fact, God took the calendar away. You didn't just lose it by chance. It was prophesied to happen. God would take the calendar away because he doesn't want his people doing the feasts in a polluted land. How can tabernacles be? Tabernacles has been every day for the last 3 weeks. Mercy, not sacrifice. Listen to the King of the Jews.